Doctors are true friends of humans in times of peril. Being humanitarian person extremely important for doctors alongside professional excellence, says Prime Minister Tariq Rahman at conference of Upazila Health and Family Planning Officers. 1 lakh healthcare workers to be appointed to improve quality of health services. 80% of them would be women, informs Prime Minister. Prime Minister officially inaugurates this year's Hajj flights, urges pilgrims to pray for country and its people. "60 notable initiatives of Prime Minister, including family card, farmer card, waiver of agricultural loans and canal excavation program in 2 months. Remarkable achievements," says Prime Minister's advisor and spokesperson of Prime Minister's office, Mahdi Amin. Public trust in government restored just within 2 months, says Prime Minister's Press Secretary Saleh Shibli. This year's HSC and equivalent exams start on July the 2nd and continue for 5 weeks. The old provision of silent expulsion to be abolished. Decision made at meeting between stakeholders and Education Minister. Retirement allowance for senior journalists in progress. Formulating policy for journalist safety on, says Information and Broadcasting Minister Zahiruddin Shapon. Iran announces closure of Hormuz Strait again. United States and Iran to hold second round of talks in Islamabad. And Pakistan coming to Bangladesh on May the 3rd to play 2 test matches with a new coach and 4 new players. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to News at 10. I'm Mahmoud Rahman. Those were the headlines. We'll move on now to the details. Prime Minister Tariq Rahman has said his government is committed to improving and decentralizing the healthcare, ensuring better services up to the Upazila level. He said this at the Upazila Health and Family Planning Officers Conference 2026 at the Osmani Memorial Auditorium in the capital this morning. The Health Services Division of the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare organized the conference. The Prime Minister said physicians are the closest friends of people suffering from illness and true companions in times of crisis. In many cases, a doctor's advice and sincere behavior plays a more effective role than medicine. He said that the life-threatening failure of the previous 2 governments in not vaccinating children against measles across the country is an unforgivable crime. The Prime Minister said the current government wants to build a healthy Bangladesh. Tariq Rahman said this government's policy in healthcare management is prevention is better than cure.
আপনারা চিকিৎসকগণ রোগে শোকে কাতর মানুষটির কিন্তু পরম বন্ধু হয়ে ওঠেন যখন কোন একজন মানুষ অসুস্থ হয়ে পড়ে সিরিয়াসলি। চিকিৎসকগণই কিন্তু সত্যিকার অর্থে মানুষের বিপদের বন্ধু। একজন চিকিৎসকের উপদেশ, আন্তরিক ব্যবহার একজন রোগীর কাছে অনেক সময়, অধিকাংশ সময় বলা যায় প্রায় সব সময় কিন্তু ঔষধের মতন কাজ করে। ফলে একজন চিকিৎসকের জন্য পেশাগত উৎকর্ষতার পাশাপাশি একজন মানবিক মানুষ হিসাবেও গড়ে ওঠাটা অত্যন্ত প্রয়োজন, অত্যন্ত জরুরি। জাতীয় নির্বাচনের আগে আমরা জনগণের কাছে স্বাস্থ্য নীতির রূপরেখা তুলে ধরেছিলাম। চিকিৎসা ব্যবস্থায় বর্তমান সরকারের নীতি হচ্ছে প্রিভেনশন ইজ বেটার দ্যান কিওর, প্রতিকারের চেয়ে প্রতিরোধী উত্তম। শহর এবং গ্রাম অঞ্চলে স্বাস্থ্যসেবা প্রাপ্তির ক্ষেত্রে বৈষম্য দূর করা বর্তমান সরকারের অন্যতম একটি প্রায়োরিটি। বৈষম্য দূর করে স্বাস্থ্য সেবার বিকেন্দ্রীকরণের লক্ষ্যে আমরা ইতিমধ্যেই পদক্ষেপ গ্রহণ এবং বাস্তবায়নের কাজও ধীরে ধীরে শুরু করেছি। যুক্তরাজ্যের ন্যাশনাল হেলথ সার্ভিস NHS এর জেনারেল প্র্যাকটিশিয়ান জিপির আদলে প্রতিটি উপজেলা এবং পর্যায়ক্রমে প্রতিটি ইউনিয়নে একটি করে প্রাথমিক স্বাস্থ্য সেবা ইউনিট স্থাপন করা যায় কিনা সেটি আমাদের চিন্তা ভাবনার মধ্যে রয়েছে। এই স্বাস্থ্য সেবা ইউনিটগুলোর দায়িত্ব পালনের জন্য বর্তমান সরকার ধারাবাহিকভাবে সারা দেশে 1 লক্ষ হেলথ কেয়ার নিয়োগ দেওয়ারও একটি পরিকল্পনা বা সিদ্ধান্ত রয়েছে এবং এই হেলথ কেয়ারদের 80% হবেন নারী সদস্য। সারা দেশে শিশুদেরকে হামের টিকা না দেওয়ার ফলে বিগত ইমিডিয়েট 2টি সরকারের জীবন বিনাশী ব্যর্থতা মনে হয় ক্ষমাহীন অপরাধ। ভবিষ্যতে আর কখনোই যাতে এই ধরনের ঘটনার পুনরাবৃত্তি না হয়, বর্তমান সরকার সারা দেশে জরুরি ভিত্তিতে হামের টিকা দিয়ে তড়িৎ ব্যবস্থা নেওয়ায় আল্লাহর রহমতে পরিস্থিতি অবনতি কিছুটা রোধ করা সম্ভব হয়েছে এবং আমরা দৃঢ়ভাবে বিশ্বাস করি আপনাদের ঐকান্তিক প্রচেষ্টার ফলে এটিকে আমরা রোধ করে নিয়ে আসতে সক্ষম হব ইনশাআল্লাহ। দেশটি আমাদের সবার, আমরা সকলে মিলে যদি চেষ্টা করি একটু একটু করে, আমি বলছি না যে আপনারা সবাই একজনই সব করে ফেলবেন, কিন্তু সবাই যদি একটু একটু করে আমরা করি, একটু তো পরিবর্তন নিশ্চয়ই হবে। কেন হবে না? অবশ্যই হতে হবে। অন্য দেশের মানুষ যদি পারে, আমরাও পারবো।
Health and Family Welfare Minister Sardar Mohammad Sakhawat Hussain, State Minister Dr. M.A. Muhit, Health Secretary Mohammad Kamaruzzaman Chaudhry and Director General of Health Directorate Professor Dr. Prabhat Chandra Vishwas spoke on the occasion. At the event, Prime Minister Tariq Rahman handed over crests to 6 doctors nominated under the Emergency Service category. Prime Minister Tariq Rahman has said his government will try to further reduce the expenses of pilgrimage to Saudi Arabia from next year to facilitate the country's Muslim devotees to perform the Holy Hajj at lower costs. He said this while inaugurating this year's Hajj flights at the Hazrat Shah Jalal International Airport last night. The Prime Minister talked to each of the pilgrims on board and shook hands with them. Tariq Rahman requested the pilgrims to pray to Allah for his government so that they can run the country in a good manner, addressing all crises, including unemployment problem. He wished the pilgrims good health and safe journey on the occasion of the Hajj. The Prime Minister joined a munajat inside the aircraft, seeking blessings of Almighty Allah for successful accomplishment of the Hajj rituals. Religious Affairs Minister Qazi Shah Mufazzal Hussain Kaikobad, Health and Family Welfare Minister Sardar Mohammad Sakhawat Hussain, Civil Aviation and Tourism Minister Afroza Khanum Rita, and State Minister M. Rashiduzzaman Millat and Saudi Ambassador to Bangladesh Dr. Abdullah Zafir bin Abia were present on the occasion, among others. Earlier, the Prime Minister Tariq Rahman visited the Ashkona Hajj camp and exchanged pleasantries with the Hajj pilgrims. The Premier talked to pilgrims, hugging them and shaking hands. At that time, Tariq Rahman joined a munajat there, wishing successful completion of the Hajj rituals. 78,500 pilgrims from Bangladesh will perform Hajj in 2026. Of them, 4,565 will travel under government arrangements, while 73,935 through private Hajj agencies. The annual Hajj pilgrimage has officially begun as pilgrims set out to perform the sacred journey. At the capital's Ashkona Hajj camp, a rush of last-minute preparations is underway. From the camp, pilgrims are being transported by special arrangements to Hazrat Shah Jalal International Airport for their departure. At the main gate of the camp, large crowds of relatives have gathered, some to bid farewell, others to offer final prayers. The emotional scenes are a familiar sight every year. Earlier last night, Prime Minister Tariq Rahman formally inaugurated this year's Hajj flight operations. On the first day, 14 flights are scheduled to operate. Officials said that about half of these flights have already departed on time, while the remaining flights are also expected to leave as scheduled. For the first time, a number of pilgrims have been provided with a Nusuk card ahead of the Hajj. Authorities said this initiative will be expanded further in future. Nearly half of the pilgrims will be transported by Biman Bangladesh Airlines, Saudia and Flynas will carry the rest pilgrims. All Hajj-related formalities are being completed at the camp. Law enforcement agencies have been deployed to ensure security. Pilgrims express deep emotion as they embark on this spiritual journey, praying for a safe and successful completion of this important act of worship. Subject to moon sighting, the Hajj is expected to take place on the 26th of May. Return flights are scheduled to begin from 30th May and will continue until the 1st of July. Prime Minister's office spokesperson Mahdi Amin has said the government has embarked on 60 landmark initiatives within 2 months of its journey on February the 17th this year. Mahdi Amin, who also Prime Minister's advisor, said this while addressing a press conference at the Prime Minister's office this afternoon on the government's performance in the last 2 months. He also highlighted the government's initiatives, including various welfare programs, economic measures and administrative reforms taken over the last 2 months. Mahdi Amin said it was a matter of great pride that the Prime Minister and People's Leader Tariq Rahman has been included in Time magazine's list of the 100 most influential people in the world this year. He said the recognition reflects the Prime Minister's visionary leadership, courage and contribution towards restoring democracy and brings international recognition to his role. He said the government has begun implementing its election manifesto within 2 months of assuming office, outlining a wide range of policy actions aimed at economic stability, social protection and administrative reform. Mahdi Amin also presented a list of 60 key initiatives taken over the last 2 months under what he described as the government's 180-day action plan. Prime Minister's Press Secretary Saleh Shibli, Speechwriter Mahfuzur Rahman, Additional Press Secretary Atikur Rahman Ruman and Deputy Press Secretaries Jahidul Islam Rani, Mustafizur Zulfikar Hassan and Mohammad Shuzaud Dola were present at the briefing, among others. Education Minister Dr. A.N.M. Ehsanul Haq Milon exchanged views with stakeholders at the Secretariat today for smooth conduct of the SSC and HSC examinations. Ministry representatives, district administration officials, as well as guardians and students took part in the direct and Zoom meeting. The meeting was informed that this year's Higher Secondary Certificate HSC examination will begin on the 2nd of July and will continue for 5 weeks. It was unanimously decided that the previous provision of silent expulsion will be abolished. After the meeting, the Education Minister said that there can be nothing undue in any regulation related to examinations. There is no such provision in the 1980 Public Examination Act either, he added. The Minister further said that the examinees will sit for the exam happily and no restrictions that create mental stress can be imposed on them. Information and Broadcasting Minister Zahiruddin Shopon has said that significant progress has been made towards introducing a retirement allowance for senior journalists. He made the remarks this morning while visiting ailing journalist Ismail Hussain Negaban at Bangladesh Medical University. During the visit, the minister handed over a cheque of 1 lakh taka to Ismail, a former president of the Borishal Press Club, as financial assistance from the Journalists Welfare Trust. Managing Director of the Trust, Bashir Jamal, and Trustee Board Member Khondokar Kausar Hussain were present at the time. Later, speaking to journalists, the Information and Broadcasting Minister said that the issue of financial security for senior journalists had long been neglected. In this context, the government has taken the initiative to introduce a retirement allowance for them, he added. Zahiruddin Shopon also added that the government is giving the highest priority to formulating policies to ensure the safety and protection of journalists. Prime Minister's Finance and Planning Advisor Rashid Al Mahmood Titumir has said not division, rather the government will move forward towards inclusive development with the participation of all. He said this at a seminar titled Macroeconomic Stability, Financial Capacity and the Government's 180-Day Action Plan, organized by Economic Reporters Forum, ERF, in Dhaka today. Honorable Fellow of CPD Dr. Mustafizur Rahman attended the seminar as honorable guest. ERF General Secretary Abul Qasim conducted the seminar. It was presided over by President of the organization, Daulat Akhtar Mala. BGMEA President Mahmood Hassan Khan, BKMEA President Mohammed Hatim, and Secretary General of Footwear, Leather Goods and Accessories Exporters Association, Mohammed Rafiqul Islam, spoke at the program. Speaking on the occasion, Prime Minister's Finance and Planning Advisor Rashid Al Mahmood Titumir said that whenever BNP came to power, it did so with the country facing some kind of crisis. The government turned every crisis into prospects, he added. Even though the crisis is severe this time, the government is taking various measures to address the challenges, the advisor said further. The government has taken various initiatives to ensure normal fuel supply at petrol pumps across the country. The supply of octane and diesel at petrol stations is largely normal. However, there are queues of cars and motorcycles in front of the pumps to collect fuel. Petrol pump authorities say that the fuel supply remains mostly stable and there is no reason for customers to panic unnecessarily. On now to international news.